on the page. We'll go ahead and start the pledges. I don't have it with me, so if I mess it up, we're okay. We're okay. I'll mute you for the pledges. Mute all and unmute when you're done. I am an intelligent person. I will control my emotions and not let my emotions control me. Every time I use food to satisfy my frustrated desires. Okay, go ahead. I totally forgot. Go ahead and do your pledges.
I have it in front of me if you want me to finish.
Oh, thank you. Okay. Do the pledges, please. I totally bleeped.
I am an intelligent person. I will control my emotions, not let my emotions control me. Every time I am tempted to use food to satisfy my frustrated desires, build up my injured ego, or dull my senses, I will remember I will take off pounds sensibly. We do the cops pledge?
Yeah, we're all cops.
Okay. I am an intelligent person. I will control my emotions, not let my emotions control me. Every time I am tempted to use food to satisfy my frustrated desires, build up my injured ego, or dull my senses, I will remember I'm to be an example as I keep off pounds sensibly.
Thank you. It's been a hectic weekend. Obviously, it's transferred to today, so that's okay. Has any of you read the Barb Katie's Moment of Truth this morning or Monday of Truth?
No, not this morning.
Okay. I'm going to share it and I'll show it to you. Where's the share? Oh, there it is. It is Be Excited, but she also comes in and talks because she stopped she got away from her music, and she realized it was her go-to for coping. And then where is it? Rekindle Hope. It says ways to regroup after a setback. What do you guys what do you use as your coping skills? I know I use the trail. That's my coping skill. That's what I use for coping. Stella, what do you use for coping in times of stress?
I don't know. I can't think of anything. When I get off track a lot, I try something new, but I can't think of any coping things exactly.
Right. Yeah. Or do you turn to your Tops pals or friends to?
No, not a lot.
Not really.
I read a lot on Tops and other websites. I do get some motivation from even doing that.
Right. Right. But what about you, Tammy? What's your go-to for in times of stress?
Well, I've discovered, like Barb, I had forgotten how much I enjoy music, and I ran across in cleaning, organizing the house. I discovered my old cassette player with it had a radio on it with headphones, so I don't have to bother my husband, and I can just sit on the couch and just chill, and it's good. It's kind of gets you to regroup and
takes you out of your head.
Yeah,
exactly. I will stop sharing that. Okay.
And then if you like the beat of the music, you can break out a dance, so it's cool.
Exactly. So I went on to topsfan.com and I was exploring the new stuff and even some old stuff, and I found something for motivation, using it as an acronym. The M is for main. You've heard the expression main man and your main friend. Well, you have to be your own main person. There are other people who are important to you in your life, but you have to be the main one. You've got to take care of yourself. And this weekend brought it home big time. After I was cleared to go after the accident, I continued on to the Tops walk, and I walked for 8 miles. I wasn't ready to get back in that car and drive an hour home. It's like, I really wasn't. I had to get my headset on straight. It's like, because, everywhere I go, I drive. I have no choice. So I had to get back in that car. So I had to take care of myself. I did 8 miles. I texted my daughter, I'm back in my car. I only did 8 miles. She's like, oh, geez. It's like, oh, geez. It was hard. And it was fun. The trail was crowded, but so I wasn't alone. So, I mean, it wasn't like I was in the mountains or anything that were, if I didn't pay attention, I'd get hurt. So it was a rail trail and it was totally flat. Not a whole lot of roots to trip over. So that was good. O is for only. Whatever it is that you want to do, whether it's going to go for a new job or whether it's losing some weight, you're the only one who can do this for yourself, and it should be only for you, not others, that you choose to do. Basically, if we want to lose weight, to get into the right mindset, you've got to have a reason. But if you choose it to do it, oh, my husband wants me to lose 50 pounds before he'll go out on a date with me. That's not a good reason, because it won't keep it off. If you have to be able to do it for yourself. Timing, T is for timing. Things take time. You don't think Monet painted those water lilies overnight. Everything that is worthwhile is being nourished by time. It takes time to plan a good menu and time to exercise. Give yourself time. You deserve it. I is for individual. Even if you have a twin or 5 or 6 siblings, 8, you are still an individual. An individual is one that makes up his or her own mind, that beats his or her drum to a certain rhythm. You are an individual. We all have something unique about us. We don't think we do, but Tammy, you've got your painting. Me, I've got my hiking. What do you do, Stella? I know Tammy real well, so I can say it's her painting. It's her art.
I don't know. I used to read.
Terrible.
I used to read a lot. I did get back to reading, but not like I used to. And I used to do a lot of crafts. So
there you go.
Yeah, we're crafty people.
And we're going to get back to tap dancing the 24th at the Y.
Oh, exciting.
Oh, you're an artist. We're all artists.
It's a senior tap, which is really fairly easy.
Hey, it's better than I can do. I did elementary tap. It's like, at this point at 57, I am not coordinated. I can't even do Zumba because you want what? It's like, can't do Zumba either. V is for victory. We usually hear this word at the Olympics, but every day you can feel victorious. When you plan to do something and you accomplish it, it's a victory. We are all about non-scale victories at our chapter also. There's always victories you can celebrate. No matter how big or small, be victorious. A is for attitude. There are 3 kinds of attitude: positive, negative, and numb. We all want to be positive. Which are you? Two lead you downhill and 1 takes you to the top. Trying to find something positive in the things around you will guide your attitude in a positive direction. Keep your attitude positive. And sometimes it's really hard. So Saturday, it was very hard because all I could think of after it happened is this car has got to last 1 year and 2 more months. That's it. My house will be paid off and I can afford to buy a new car. It's like, so I took a hike. I took a hike. Excuse me. T is for tolerance. That's hard, especially with no one's going anywhere because of the pandemic. So it's cabin fever. There is so much that can bother us in a day. Our jobs, sometimes even our family and friends. Yep, that. We are tested each day to find out what our breaking points are. If tolerance was a book, find each of its pages can only have 1 word printed on it, and that word would be patience. That's in short supply these days. Be patient and practice tolerance. So how are you guys doing on the patience, having patience these days? I see that smile, Tammy.
There's an end coming to this COVID, and we're all going to be meeting again.
Yeah, patience is in short supply
Yeah.
these days. Yeah, especially my
Okay.
husband hurt himself, so he's hibernating in the bedroom all this weekend because he didn't want to do stairs. So yeah, patience, and you can grit your teeth and bear it. But so you said you're going back, your new chapter's going back to meetings?
They can't, the town hall is opened up, but the community center where we meet is not opened up.
Right.
So, they couldn't give her an answer, but, she says, she's gonna open up her garage and way out of the garage. So,
Yeah, it's a little, well, yeah, it's starting to get warmer. It's supposed to be warm, but it was like 28 this morning. It's like, I thought it was supposed to be warm.
and she lives on what we call, it's known in the area as Dead Man's Curve. And she lives
Ah,
right on the curve. So if she doesn't have parking, I'm just gonna park before the curve and
yeah, and walk
and
and get some
walk.
steps
I'm
in.
not gonna try to get out of her driveway.
I don't blame you. I do not blame you.
It's a very bad curve.
Okay, bye.
But she's
Go
an older
into your
woman, and
Zoom.
there's an older group. There's 10 of them.
Mm-hmm.
I'm looking forward to the change.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, we're
I'm not one to do change, so
right.
this is big for me. But I it was what I needed to do.
July 18th last year, we started with 4 people in my chapter. As of last Saturday, we're up to 12. It'll be the
Uh-huh.
very first new member that is not a transfer. So it should be actually new member to TOPS. So it's like,
So I have Thursday nights where we usually, my old chapter met, and I would rush out of the meeting, eating
Mhm.
dinner in the car, and
Mhm.
have to go on a Zoom immediately when I
Right.
got home, and then go to another Zoom an hour later. It was just, Thursday nights were just too crazy for me.
So what night is it now?
I'll be Wednesday at 4. It's the same time, but just the day before would be good.
Good.
There's nothing else going on that day.
Well, my Zooms, but that's okay.
Oh no, I forgot.
Well,
Well, I'll be
mine's
home
at
at
7.
5:30 though, so I can come home and I can eat something
Right, and not
at
rush.
the house. You know, I don't have to be
Yep.
grabbing it and going.
Yep. Yep.
Oh,
Okay, I is
keep
for
all my
ideas.
schedule straight.
Yes, schedules are getting bad these days. I is for ideas. Always thinking of ideas is an exercise that few practice. Most people start off by saying, hey, I've got an idea, but they never finish it. It just stays an idea. The trick is to continually think about your ideas until they become a reality. Hold on a second.
Time changes got me like tired.
Yeah, we slept later this morning. So,
Yeah.
about an hour, well, yeah, about an hour later.
Feels good to be able to sleep in though.
Yeah. Yeah, we retired. It's been, July will be 2 years, so still get up early. Usually around 5:30 we wake up.
That's about my wake up call. Can't hear her.
Okay, I muted myself. I'm back. Okay. O is for optimism. Half full or half empty. You've heard the expression so many times. You can think that things are going to work out, or you can think that things will never work out. If you believe that things in your life will never work out, trust me, they never will. But if you can think about something and then keep thinking about the joys and happiness it will bring you, you will be that optimistic person you always wanted to be. Say optimistic. And it's for nerve. It takes nerve to get on the roller coaster at Six Flags. Not me. Not
No.
me.
I did it once in Springfield, and I did it because the it was my brother-in-law that did it, and he was ill with cancer, and he says, well, my last thrill is going to be on this roller coaster. I said, well, you're not doing it by yourself, because if something happens, you're not going to be alone. So
Yeah.
I tell you what, my head was in his lap, and I was holding on for dear life the entire time. You could never talk me into going on a roller coaster again.
No, interferes with my balance. No, if I can, too out of control. It takes nerve to bungee jump. I won't do that either. But for me, it takes nerves to get up there and give a program.
It does.
Not virtual, but in person, yeah. And even though I have to read while I give it, it's good information that we all need. Anything worthwhile takes a little nerve. Put all this together and you have motivation. That's what we all need to get the job done. So, and I will post this.
I think you're muted.
Again?
Yeah.
Did you
You're
hear?
okay now.
Did you hear the O and the N or no?
Yeah.
Okay. I must have pressed the and I didn't move the cursor, so we're good. But what do you guys think? I've done this one before, but I just need it this week.
Yeah.
Today.
It's good.
And it's Motivation Monday. What can I say? It's Monday. But so how's everybody been doing? Any non-scale victories? I am back in leeway. I lost 3 pounds, and then of course this happened on Saturday. So hopefully the stress won't put the weight back on. So
yeah, sound the
I'm
other
back
way.
in
If
the
I
black.
stress out, I lose.
Oh.
Well, stressed out just interferes with my system and
Yeah,
clogs up the works.
so I finally I'm staying under I'm staying under the, I don't know how you say it when you hit the the next 10-pound mark under. I'm staying under.
Mhm.
I don't want to say what my weight is, but
Yeah.
The next lower 10 mark.
Right.
Yeah, and I'm staying there, so I'm like, yes.
Yep.
So I weigh now what I weighed when I was pregnant, when I was 22 years old.
Wow. My daughter's almost her high school weight. It's like, this is not fair.
Oh, I don't ever want to be that light, but
I would have to lose 25 more pounds. I couldn't do that.
yeah, no.
I can't see myself 25 pounds lighter.
I did that once, and I know I won't ever do it again. I did it for a doctor, and this is a healthy weight where I'm at.
Right. And you feel good.
Yeah.
That's the thing. You don't, just because you're skinny doesn't mean you're healthy.
That's right.
I mean, there's a lot of skinny people out there that are less healthy than I am. You know, you don't, and people that are heavier than I am and they have better numbers than I do. I mean, my husband is 115 pounds heavier than me, and he's not much taller, and he's got better cholesterol numbers than I do. And I eat healthier. I don't get it. I just don't get it. I eat healthier than he does, but go ahead, Tammy.
I just went out of my head. Lost it.
That's exactly what happens to me. And I'm thinking about something, and they said, just a second. It's like, well, it's too late. It's gone. It just flew. It's out of there.
Well,
But,
it's just, everybody is so different, and it's
right.
Everybody's goal weight is set for reasons,
Right. Whether it's the doctor's reasons or your reasons, doesn't matter. As long as you guys can agree. But, well, I go to the doctor today, I might have them raise my goal, because it's hard to stay at this goal.
And you can.
Yep.
And that's good.
Even if I just raise it by 5 pounds, because I'm in leeway, some of the stress will go away. Because I'm active, I'm gaining more muscle.
You're killing yourself with all this hiking. I mean, it's great.
I can't believe how many miles I did this week. It's like 85 miles. No wonder I'm tired. No wonder I'm tired.
Woo.
But anything from you, Stella? How you doing?
Pretty good. Yeah, I'm under about 5 pounds under leeway. So.
Nice.
I
Under
got that.
leeway or
Oh, no, under,
below
no,
goal?
under goal, yeah.
I was gonna say you need a new goal.
I'm right with you, Stella.
Yeah. I never got out of leeway this whole time, but
Oh, you're so lucky.
I did gain, I was like up to maybe 1 or 2 pounds under, but I
Mm.
never got out of leeway. I didn't even get into the over my goal weight, so, which was
Oh, you're so
Nice.
lucky. I mean, I've heard of people being, decades in the black. It's like, well,
Yeah.
my daughter keeps going below, so it's like, okay, pack on the clothes. Stay in, until she can get to a doctor's appointment and get a physical, they won't give her a new goal. So you do what you gotta
Yeah.
do. Do what you gotta
So
do.
I'm teetering with a decision again, and to decide, do I change my goal weight again by another 3 pounds? And because the last time I did that, it's been really a struggle even though I only went above, and it was after drinking tons of water, so I don't even consider that to really be, above. It was late at night, but
Right.
all my official weigh-ins have been under my goal for 1.5 years now.
That's good.
Yeah, but
I went
I
51 weeks.
I weigh 1.5 pounds above my lowest leeway, and it's kind of like too tight with going into a
Yeah.
new chapter, and I don't know what their scales are going to do.
Right.
You can say put on clothes. Yeah, I can do that for a little while,
Well,
but when you're talking 2 pounds or 3
Right.
pounds that you've got to play with, that's not realistic, and it's not healthy to worry about those
Right.
2 or 3 pounds.
Well, they're supposed
So-
to be all the scales are supposed to be calibrated once a year.
Yeah.
So hopefully it hasn't been stagnant enough that it'll be so different. I mean, if they
Mhm.
haven't used it in a while,
Does that work on the digital scales? Because we went to we went to a kind of a cheaper, good digital scale.
mhm.
So do they calibrate those?
Yeah.
Well, I know my chapter, it's like $45 to get it calibrated. You could buy a new scale for $45.
That's probably
Yeah.
about what we paid for
Well,
that.
I would basically get you have like a 10-pound weight. Make sure the scale says it weighs 10 pounds. If it doesn't, tear it and don't change it. And even if it'll be, that'll calibrate it because it'll say 10 pounds, well, you can't do that. You just need to know how much it plus or minus. But
So my
you
scale
can't
at the
tear it
house,
because it'll be
my
10
s-
pounds light.
my scale at the house, if you put on a 10-pound weight, it doesn't register the 10 pounds.
Too
It doesn't.
small?
Yeah. So what
Or-
we have to do is hold it, get on the scale, and
Oh,
yeah,
okay. You weigh yourself and then get off, hold the scale and then
yeah,
and see
hold
if
the
it's
weight.
different.
Yeah, yeah,
Make sure it's just 10 pounds.
yeah.
Yeah, I mean, but most of the ones out of the package are good, but there might be directions on if you have to how to calibrate it. So, because I know with the dial scales, that's real easy, but I go on this dial scale 3 times in a row, and each time is a different weight. And it's a health-o-meter. It's supposed to be a really good one. But it doesn't weigh the same thing and it's about 3 pounds lighter than our top scale, which is also a health-o-meter, but it's digital.
Yeah.
So the dials aren't quite accurate. So, at least to my experience, they're not.
Yeah,
The
I know.
digital-
So when I was under leeway when I went back the first time, and I forgot my scales weighs
Mhm.
more than the ones at tops. And
Mm,
so I was under leeway that time. So, but that was easy to do, to fix.
yeah, that was easy. Eat some starches. Yeah, so
Excuse me.
that's okay. Go ahead.
So I wanted to share. I'm very proud of this. Then you don't have a Cops Honor Society, and
Right.
I we haven't been to Cops Honor Society since December of last year.
Mhm.
But
2019 or
I've been
2020.
working hard on what they reward for being under goal.
Right.
And so I got, purple is my favorite color. It's pretty purple,
Nice.
but it says Cops, the ultimate
Very
goal.
nice.
Yeah,
Very
it's a
nice.
sweatshirt. And then for Queen, the Cops Honor Society honored me. I haven't officially been honored, but Royalty Queen 2019, and my name on it.
Nice.
So
Very
that's
nice.
I work.
Yeah, we don't have a Cops Honor Society around here. I mean, a Cops Honor
Bella,
Society.
do you?
We have one, I went to a couple, but I hate to say that, but it wasn't worth my time. I had to drive clear toward Columbus, and it was just starting, and so it wasn't worth it for me.
Yeah.
Our area captain years ago tried to start one in this area, and no one, she set up reservations at a restaurant for 12 people. I was the only one showed up.
Oh my
Oh.
goodness.
So we had lunch at a table for 12, but there was so she just kind of gave up on it. because she
Yeah, I don't
had-
blame you. I mean, I mean, even with the walks, I get sometimes nobody shows up, and the
Mm.
most I've had is 4 people.
I wish
besides
I lived
myself.
closer to you. I love hiking. I love to go for
Mhm.
walks.
Yeah, I guess I'm going to concentrate on the rail to trails because more people show up on the rail to trails because they're all flat.
Well, that doesn't challenge you, but
No,
it's
but I can get some distance in.
some socialization.
Yep. And now that more and more people are getting the shots, less people have the masks on, but you could also maintain your 6 feet distance. So we can do the social distancing. So we're good. So, but if ain't nothing else, we'll close with the helping hand poem. You take my hand and I'll take yours, and we'll start out today. For helping hand is what we need to guide us along the way. The way to goal is a lonely road. We need someone to care. Reach out, my friend, and take my hand, and then we're almost there. And that's what all support's about. So if you need help,
Congrats,
you reach out.
Joanne.
Excuse me?
Congrats on getting down below.
Yes, I just need to stay below. I'm up 2 pounds since Saturday, but I'm good. I'm not gonna sweat it, because if I sweat it,
Yeah.
I over exercise, overdo it, and that's not pretty.
So did you go back to journaling, or what did you
I
do?
still do. Well, I increased. I changed up my exercise. I'm still hiking and walking, but I start my day and end my day with an exercise video. I subscribe to Walk at Home, and they have a month worth of exercise videos for every day. Today is the 5-mile Miracle Miles. I didn't do it this morning because it was 54 in my living room. It's like I was not getting out from under the blankets. I was cold. But with my schedule, I'll have to do it when I get home after this afternoon, after my doctor's appointment. But I'll go for a walk in between. So, but
It's been very, very windy this past week. I won't.
Oh my goodness.
It's like the wind chill is like, it goes right through
the
you.
wind chill is bad this morning, but otherwise, I will hopefully see you guys on Wednesday. Any ideas for the program for Cindy Mack on the 31st?
Oh.
No.
Maybe something about planning meals, planning whatever.
Yeah,
Because a lot in my group don't seem to plan.
right.
I
The
think
planning phase. Yeah.
kind of muddle through.
Yeah.
Planning and food prep and stuff like that.
Okay. I'll give her some ideas then. That works. I was thinking maybe water. It's like, yeah, because a lot of people have problems with being hydrated. So maybe, because she's only got to do 20 minutes. So maybe she can have a couple of topics. But I'll ask. Okay. I'll talk to you guys later.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Have a good week.
You too.